going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is MP with MP Talk Sports, and we are in Week 15, and the New England Patriots will be looking to get their 11th win in a row as we play the Buffalo Bills in Foxborough. Our record is 11-2, and Buffalo is 9-4. So we're coming off of our bye week in Week 14, but in Week 13, we beat the New York Giants on Monday night. That final score was 15-33 New England, and the Buffalo Bills are coming off of a win over Cincinnati, and that final score was 39 to 34. So this is such a big game for us. If we win the AFC East, and that's something that Buffalo has owned since 2020. So we already played Buffalo. We played them in week 5 and we beat them in Buffalo. And that final score was 23-20. So we beat them just by a field goal. And that was Buffalo's first loss of the season. And when I was talking about this game, I was real worried about how well Drake May was going to perform in Sunday night primetime. I was worried that maybe he was going to feel the pressure, especially um, playing the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, who was undefeated at that point. I was worried that it seems like after that first mistake, after that first fumble, or after that first interception, that the team gets into a little bit of a snowball and everything just goes downhill from there and the mistakes just keep coming. But that didn't happen in this game. Stevenson did have that early fumble, which was on the first play of our second drive, but thankfully we continued to play well after that. And that was something that until that point hasn't happened. That Pittsburgh game a few weeks before, we had like 5 turnovers. And we haven't played like that since. And that's a big reason why we've won 10 games in a row. Something that has always been great for us is that we can defend the run. We hadn't allowed a running back over 50 rushing yards until week 10 versus the Bucks, where we allowed Sean Tucker 53 rushing yards. But then versus the Jets, we allowed Brees Hall 58 yards. Then we allowed Chase Brown 104 yards versus Cincinnati. And then versus the Giants, Devin Singletary had 68 yards. So we are trending up in the amount of yards that we're allowing running backs in the past few weeks. But we only allowed James Cook 49 rush yards in week 5, but Josh Allen had 53 rush yards. So we cannot allow either one of them to go off in this game. And they can both get hot. But if they do get hot in this game, it's going to be real difficult for us. So we need to stop them. We also need to stop Dalton Kincaid, the tight end who went for 108 receiving yards in week 5. And we have a problem with tight ends. But these are things that we know, and these are things that we can prepare for. We need to contain Josh Allen. We need to contain James Cook. And we need to contain Dalton Kincaid. We do those 3 things, this should lead to a win for us because those are the 3 big guys. We also need to force turnovers in this game. And again, just like last time, the less time Josh Allen has the ball, the better. And we were able to do that. We were able to force turnovers and keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands for as long as we did. And that aided in the win. For us on offense, Drake May needs to be on point in this game. And Stephon Diggs wanted to make a statement in Buffalo in week 5. He went for 146 yards. So hopefully this week he wants to make an even bigger statement in Foxborough. Hopefully the statement that he wants to make is bigger when Buffalo comes to his house now. Last time, him and Drake May had such an amazing connection. It was great, but Drake May needs to make sure that he doesn't force anything. I know that the stakes are high in this game. He's going to want to make big plays, but still needs to be cautious. He can't force anything that isn't there. And I don't think that we're going to have to be too worried about that because he has been doing such a great job. But still, this is probably the biggest game yet for him. Stevenson had 2 touchdowns against them in week 5, but also had a fumble, something that he's known for doing. He is a strong guy, and Travion can show off his quickness, so hopefully they split the load. And if Stevenson is having a hard time, we need to rely on Travion Henderson. We have to. We can't keep giving Stevenson chance after chance. That would be terrible for us if we have more turnovers. Just like how in the game versus the Bucks. What I really thought was it was going to come down to who has the ball for longer and who makes the least amount of mistakes in that game, which was who was going to win. The biggest thing we got to do in this game is we need to make sure that when we get into the red zone, we score a touchdown. We can't keep getting field goal after field goal because that eventually is going to catch up to us, especially if Buffalo is scoring touchdowns. There's been so many times, we get down there, knocking on the door for a touchdown, and all we get is a field goal. Luckily, we put up points. It's great that we put up points, but if Buffalo is scoring touchdowns and we're just doing field goals, that will eventually catch up to us. I mean, our kicker has been doing well, thank God, but we got to get the touchdowns if we want to win this game. So again, this is a big game for us, and if we win it, we clinch the AFC East. And I know that a lot has changed for both teams since week 5. But again, we can go off of what it was like last time, and we can prepare. We can expect it and prepare. So this will be such an amazing game tomorrow. I can't wait to watch it. So if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. I'm MP, and this is MP Talk Sports.